English teacher, English teacher part 30. As you begin to identify instructional objectives, you will find it helpful to classify them as primarily cognitive, psychomotor, procedural, or affective. In preparing instructional objectives, be sure as well to specify three components: the content you wish your students to learn, the conditions such as the time, materials required that will help them show their grasp of the content, the degree of learning you expect them to achieve. Writing instructional objectives. To organize your thoughts into the clear, specific statements, you should write out your lesson objectives. Your focus should be on your students' responsive behavior and observable behavior. Do not be satisfied with stating that you wish your students to learn or how they should think or feel. Such statements are too vague to support evaluation of your lesson or your students' learning. Be certain too to distinguish the instructional objectives of the learning activity or activities. Learning activities are those actions and experiences in which you will have your students engage in order to learn content or practice a skill, develop values and attitudes. The figure demonstrates the differences between the activities and objectives. Responsive behavior demonstrates that these activities have paid off in the achievement of knowledge, skill performance, or acting out of the values and attitudes. Evidence shows that although writing objective is hard work, it produces a number of advantages: better instructions, more efficient learning, and more accurate evaluation, both teachers and students' performances. Professional development objectives. Besides aiming to ensure that your students will achieve the topic-related lesson objectives that you set, you should also aim to practice a professional development target. Your lesson plan should record this target along with a plan for achieving that is just specific as your plan to achieve your topic-related target. If, for example, your professional development target is equal distribution of questions, try to express more than a good intention, such as, I shall try to spread my questions to all parts of the room and direct them to as many students as possible. Instead, specify a definite procedure, such as, I shall use seating chart and place a check mark beside the name of each student to whom I direct a question. Your micro-teaching laboratory instructors and cooperating teachers will expect you to present and discuss written lesson plans with them before you micro-teach a lesson. Only when you have made this practice routine should you begin to make your written plans more concise. Distinguishing between activities and objectives. Activities. Number 1. Students will view a film on pollution and record key causes of the pollution in their notebooks. Objectives. Number 1. After viewing and discussing the film about pollution, all students will be able to list in their notebooks the key causes of pollution. 2. Activities. Students will read 3 short Native American legends and discuss the significance of Native American culture. Objectives. After reading 3 short Native American legends and holding a small group discussion on their significance, each student will be able to list 3 reasons why legends are important in Native American cultures. Preparing detailed lesson plans. Once you have observed the relation between the instructional objectives and particular lesson plans, you will find it helpful to follow a procedure of preparing detailed plans that helps you think through each lesson's essential elements, considering these elements in order of their use. The figure illustrates an approach to the lesson planning that stresses the key steps and factors of this procedure. Choosing a lesson topic. Course or unit objectives, which are usually laid down in prescribed curriculum or the curriculi, form the frame on which the lesson topic should be hung. but these objectives, through necessary guiding principles, may be stated in terms too granted to help you plan specific lessons. Your first step in preparing to teach a lesson, therefore, will be to choose a topic that relates to a particular unit. You might, for example, decide or teach a lesson on horses as part of the unit on mammals prescribed in a science curriculum.